Please, my beautiful one, introduce and thank you so much for giving our community this amazing free masterclass. You are amazing, and I'm truly honored that you are part of my life and part of our global soul community.
Back at you, and thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. I am so passionate about today's topic. But before I get ahead of myself, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Erika Ristovski. I am a soul connector and also the founder of Quantum Transformations. And through my practice, I support a lot of people around the world to break through emotional struggle and awaken their true potential, connecting to the intuition and having the most joyful and fun life. So today I wanted to talk about awakening your intuition. That's your inner compass and how you follow your soul's purpose once you really tap into your inner compass. So how do you recognize it? So what are the signs? What would you think the intuition is like? So the intuition is something that we are come equipped with, right? It's like integrated in us. But because of all of our life's experiences, maybe trauma, maybe conditioning to growing up, it kind of gets a little buried. It kind of gets a little repressed down there somewhere inside of us. But the intuition tends to be quiet. It's neutral, it's pleasant, it's expansive, it's joyful when we start to recognize it. What is not your intuition? Let's talk about fear, for example. The fear, it kind of stops you in your tracks. It's loud, it's urgent. It's like when you want to do something, when you have a desire, like, oh, what if I just change my business and or what if I just quit my job and what if I just, but it's like, like this panic, this nervousness, it paints the worst pictures. It's like catastrophes coming at you. And the body tenses because intuition, because it's integrated in our bodies, we also feel it through our bodies. And let's just touch a little bit about like what the ego is. So the ego is a little bit more complex. Sometimes we can get it confused with our intuition, but there is science, like there is comparison, there is judgment, right? And judgment creates a lot of constriction within us. Like it creates like, oh, judgment has its own energetic field. So it's not fluid. It's very rigid and it solidifies something in place. So when you judge, it's like it's that and nothing else. And it's like a rock. And I'm gonna talk about some quantum practices that I apply to myself and I teach my clients to make it malleable. And it's not as solid and as dense as it could be. Because the ego is like, I compare myself to others, or like others are more successful, or better, or richer, or whatever. So there's that comparison. It's like them versus me. Whereas when we are in our intuition, it's like you honoring that beingness and you honoring everybody's beingness. And there's no comparison. There's room for everyone because we are understanding that our compass is different to everyone else. Our compass is like our fingerprints. They are all unique. They're all different. Imagine the soul as being a note, a musical note. And the nomad, the nomadic self, the aspect of us that is nomadic, is the whole instrument, the whole song. So the soul is a note. And all souls have different notes, different variations. So we all come here to have different life experiences, especially experiences. That's what we are here for. And that's what sometimes stops us. Like sometimes the fear of experiencing something, the ego mind, ahead of ourselves, like, oh, catastrophe, red lights, right? Like something bad is going to happen. For example, this example is coming up. When I wanted to study arts, nobody in my family ever studied arts. And I grew up in Colombia, and we didn't come from money. I didn't have money, and usually wealthy people study arts, right? That's what we think, and that's what I used to think. But I had it in me that I had that desire to study art. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how it was going to happen. but the universe conspired. So things happen, that part of the experimentation, and one thing led to the next and the next and the next and the next. And I ended up getting a scholarship and studying on two of the best universities in the United States for arts. And did I plan it? Of course not, because if we planned it, it wouldn't happen. And just like waiting for things to unfold rather than having that expectation that things had to be a certain way. And that's one of the signals, because our intuition is fluid. Like there's that desire, I want something. There's an experience that you desire. There is a learning. There is a something in the physical that your soul wants to create for you to experience it. And how you listen to it is just allowing yourself to go through that experience rather than resisting it, because most of us, and I used to work with a lot of people that were in their and the older, and they had a lot of regrets for the things that they didn't do, for the things that they wish they were different, for the things that they wish they could change, but they felt like it was already too late. But I don't believe in that too late. It's never too late. Because the moment that you have that awareness that something can change, your path does not end. No, that's learning. So as long as you're here, and even after we transcend, we continue, right? Like there is a continuation of our consciousness somewhere else, but we stop at our trust. That's one of the things that stops most people, the expectation that things have to look a certain way, that your life has to look a certain way, and all these agendas about what success looks like, having the house, having the financial stability, the whatever perfection that gives you financial stability, or having kids, or having this, or having a husband, and and like people are realizing more and more as they are tuning into who they truly are, and realize they're like, huh, maybe that's not for me. And there is a liberation there, right? Because we are recognizing that our inner compass doesn't adhere to what has been said or like what is expected of us to be, because we're following that inner compass. That inner compass could be wild. It could be like, I want to experience, like, just travel around the world and don't have a partner and don't have a family and just explore and connect with like new souls. And it's like, yeah, that's your plan, so be it. And there more and more people are understanding that. And guess what? That's when real joy and satisfaction happens, because you are tuning into your very unique song, your very unique frequency. And that's the thing that keeps most of us disconnected. It's like, oh, if I copy what this person next door is doing, it looks successful. She's posting on Instagram, on Facebook, she looks happy. It looks curated, it looks fabulous. I want that. And then you go on and you try that. And then you realize that it doesn't give you the joy, it doesn't give you the satisfaction that you expected, because you are completely different notes. And no two shoes gonna fit the same person exactly the same. So that's the difference when you start listening to the signs of your own desires, and it comes with desires. It feels like, I want to try something. I want to study something that is intriguing, that is like curiosity, there is openness, there is, what if I did that? And the exercise is, well, what if I did that? Imagine yourself doing the thing that you have that inner desire to create, and it's like, how would I feel? And notice what emotions and what awarenesses arise as you are tapping into that possibility, because that's all that is. It's a possibility, and we live in an endless world of possibilities. There is the quantum, and all realities are already pre-existing. There is like, which one do I pick? Which one do I select? I don't know. But we can start playing, because we're here to also have fun. Playing with some of those realities and see which one feels expansive, feels fun, feels bubbly, feels like, yeah, maybe I can put myself there. And also something key about doing and following your intuition, because your intuition at the end of the day is like a muscle. It's like when you start going to the gym and you're like, I'm gonna go to the gym and just gonna be amazing if I go just one time. you're gonna be sore, you're gonna be in pain, you're gonna be like, what did I just do? Wow. But then it requires consistency because the moment that you really act, it's like acting on that desire that you have, that really following that intuition is like, oof, something opens within you. And it's like bridging, and we're gonna do an activation in a little bit. I'm so excited about is bridging that your mind, your conscious mind, to your heart. And most people spend the majority of their lives trying to connect the two, trying to go from their mind to their heart. And it's like, it feels impossible. It's not really impossible. It's just like really imagine yourself acting as if you have the most joyful, fun life, and it's possible for all of us. So one other thing that prevents us from that expansion that I want to touch on is judgment, and I already talked about it a little bit already. It's like judgment of yourself, how I would look if I did that, because I'm too old, right? Like those are the stories that I hear my clients say. I'm too old for whatever it is, and it's too late. Like, who decided that? We did, society did, all the expectations that you have to accomplish whatever by whatever age and have the kids and the house and the car and the blah, 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 all the things. And it's like, really? No. When you start recognizing your own desires and your own creations that you're here to create, you're like, wait a minute, I just turn off the volume, like all the noise. And one of the practices that I teach my clients is scrambling the signal. Scrambling the signal is turning off all of that background and energetic noise that is everywhere. It's like imagine that you are a radio and you have a signal and there's like all these chaotic signals. Everybody's like, I want this, I want that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Success is this is like the flashy thing, like all the noise that you can possibly imagine. And you're like trying to like, how do I find my happiness? And you're like all distracted by all the things, right? But an exercise that I teach my clients is like, okay, you go to your center and you question your emotions, you question your feelings, you question your awareness. And the more you question, it's like turning off all that background noise. For example, I just gotta make something up. I'm not good enough. I don't amount to anything. When did you start believing that? When did you make that real? What happened that you started believing that? Whoever said something like that, that you started believing that? Anything that starts disrupting this belief, this thought, this realization, like it originated somewhere. Somebody must have said something and then it probably got reinforced again and again and again. And I just want you to go there. And yeah, it is uncomfortable because we don't want to go there. But the moment that we get there, we're like, yeah, that it's not so true. I've been making it a thing, but it's probably not a real thing at the end of the day. So the more you scramble in that signal that it was so strong at the beginning, it was like, stopping you on your tracks and you're like questioning, 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 removing some of the noise, removing some of the noise. So there is more spaciousness and there is more clarity for you to see, maybe it's not so scary if I did X, Y, and Z. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's okay if people judge me. Or maybe I believe that people judge me, but at the end of the day, everybody's living their own lives and nobody really cares. So you will start having some realizations the moment you start scrambling the signal, turning off the noise, and coming back to you. Because that's what following your inner compass is, always coming back to you, always coming back to center. There's a lot of things out there to distract us. There's intentional stuff out there to distract us, programming, agendas, all kinds of things that wants us to be out of our center. So if you can just be a warrior and take it on as like, I'm gonna be persistent, I'm gonna exercise that muscle because I'm not gonna go to the gym just once and expect to be the most strongest and muscular and forever if I just go to the gym once. This is something that requires consistency. The more that you do it, the more you are connecting to that source that we all have it. We came equipped with it. We just have to like dig a little deeper and own it. Own it. hold it so dear to us on a daily basis, to the point that I joke around because I do a lot of questions, even in my mind when I'm quiet. It's like, does this feel right for me? Even like finding a park, like I live in Spain and it's so hard to find a parking. And when I go to places, I like in my mind and I go to my heart and I just start asking questions, would I find a parking here? And I start like mapping in my head the streets. This feels right. No, this right. No. Oh, maybe here, this little alley that I wasn't thinking about, but yes, it's a possibility. And guess what? And I go to the little alley. There's like that one single parking available. And I'm like, how? But if I didn't trust it in it, if I was like, oh, that's just my imagination, that's not true. And don't bother to go and see it for myself. To the little alley, like, oh my gosh, then there is proof, there is evidence. And when you have that evidence, it's like a win. And then you're exercising that muscle. And you like put it in your, oh my gosh, yes. And it feels amazing because how different it would be. And this is something that I'm so big on, and my clients already know this, that even though I am a psychic medium, I don't give them answers. I challenge them to get to the answers themselves. Many people don't like it. Like, you can see it. I'm like, yeah, I can see it, but I can see that you can do it. So let's go. And it's like, oh, I don't want to do it because it's easier if I pay somebody to tell me when to find the parking spot or what to do with my life. I'm paying you to tell me what to do with my life because you know more, right? And some people have that approach and it's like, what? No, you're giving your power away and you're reclaiming your power and your sovereignty when you own that nobody, not the most guru, amazing psychic in the world, whoever that is, like, I don't know, whoever can tell you what is your path, what is your purpose, who you're meant to be. None of that. Somebody can guide you and support you so that until you can see it for yourself. Because yes, life happens and sometimes, and I've been there. I used to be so traumatized in my life, my teenage years, and I didn't know who I was. And it was like my journey of becoming, on getting to know myself, of understanding who I was. And knowing that I always have my intuition and like not doubting it again because I doubted many times, of course. I didn't always get it right. I put it on the back because it was like I was uncomfortable and I don't want that awareness. It's less than ideal. Like let's put it behind. So that's not what I want. I want fun and expansion and enjoy it. It's not always joy and it's not always expansive. And this is one of the tricky things because people expect that it's just linear. It's just from joy to joy to joy and all these pinnacles, and you're like, woohoo! Like, yeah, that would be amazing. But we wouldn't be here in this human experience with all the polarities, with all the things that make this reality so interesting, so intricate, so diverse. If we had it all like, oh, it's just gonna be amazing, right? And woohoo! And done. It's an evolution and what we call making mistakes, but it's really just experimenting. As you act on it, then woo, amazing that you made a mistake because at least you tried. You did something. You made a move. And guess what? From that perceived mistake that we think we made, that's where you're gonna learn the most. Because you didn't pay somebody to tell you, you know what, if you do this, this will happen. And if you do that, then that will happen. And all mapped out for you because life is life and life doesn't really work that way. Life works when you are present. Life works when you are in the driver's seat, when you're in control of your life and you're taking responsibility of the things that are happening in your life with you in it. Following that inner compass because your inner compass sometimes is going to put you in a challenging situation that you learn so much from it and you feel like it's the end of the world. But because your inner compass is so wise and it knows that you have all the resources within you and around you to support you to come out of it, you come out of it and you come out even stronger. But that's the part that sometimes we want to avoid, the less than ideal lessons, because we just want to sign up for the happy, jolly, super expensive, fun, fun, fun. Sign me in. And we want to avoid our own responsibility on our life experience. We sign up for this, and we are more than equipped for all the ups and downs that this life brings. And it takes emotional maturity too, to be really fully present in your life, to co-create with the universe, because we are co-creating with each other. Everybody's energy is kind of intertwined. We're interconnected. So we're like co-creating with everybody, co-creating with the universe. So making that intention of how I really want to connect deeper. Another thing that I want to give you, this is a very simple way to kind of reset your energy. And I already talked about scrambling the signal. That is a really great tool. But this other tool is to reset your energy field. And it kind of puts you back into like, okay, let me be more balanced. Let me be less noisy. And it's really quick. It doesn't take even a minute. And if you want to do it with me, I'm just gonna close my eyes. I like to close my eyes as I do it. Just like kind of move yourself and shake up a bit. Take a deep breath and imagine that breath going downwards, all the way down to your feet. And through the soles of our feet, we have energetic centers that transmute, release, and also balance and grounds us. And the moment that you just think of your feet, you starting to activate them. And below your feet, we have this cords. And you can imagine cords, cables, roots coming down from the bottom of your feet and connecting you all the way down to the earth, really supporting you, grounded and stable. You're co-creating and receiving from the earth. And once you're there, I like to work with two elements that are my favorite. One is water and the other one is fire. And these are energetic elements. And I imagine that in my mind's eye, if it's water, just like flushing down on me and releasing an energetic debris, any thought form, any density, anything that doesn't serve me, from others, from the collective, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna flush it out, out, out. And if it's a fire, it's just like this blasting fire that you are in it. And it's emanating from your heart outwards. And it's so powerful that it's burning away everything that doesn't support you, every pattern that you've been repeating that you're already done with, and all the things that don't serve you any longer. And once you're done, this is the third step, is to imagine this beautiful white light coming from heaven. It's like a diamond white light. And it's so close to your body, it's creating like an energetic armor of light. And with this, I say, upgrade your light quotient by 100%. And you're armor up and ready to go. You most updated energy that applies to you and is unique to each and every one of us. And then gonna take another breath and just notice how I feel, and just notice my body. And yawning is good. Yawning is a sign of release. And open your eyes when you're ready. And you notice a difference, even if it's a slight difference. And the more we do it, the more we reset and come back to center. And I like to do that several times a day. I do it in the morning, I do it when I see clients, I do it before I go to bed. And sometimes you feel like you require more because there is a lot of emotional stuff. Then sometimes you're processing something and just allowing yourself to be there, because it's like you bridging that connection from like we feel like we need to operate from here all the time. But when we drop into the heart, That's when we really drop into who we are and that compass that guides us. And it's so interesting because we humans, we think about all the relationships that we have with others, with our partners, if we're mothers, if we're fathers, with our everybody, with our neighbors, with like all the people, we think about relationships a lot. But we at least I have a lot of conversations and people sometimes miss the most important relationship they can possibly have. And it's like the relationship with yourself, spending time with yourself and feeling those feels, feeling those emotions and noticing what is happening to you. And the same that I was scrambling the signal. And you try that and you try to reset your feel when you're feeling like unclear, when you're feeling like something doesn't feel right. And through that kind of digging, we really get to the core. We get to the point of what is that feeling? What is that sensation that I just feel yucky or I feel, I don't know, out of sorts and I don't know what it is. And sometimes we suppress it. I used to suppress it a lot. For example, some example I have is that I've been also always very sensitive to other people's energies, but many times, especially as a teenager, I try to ignore a lot of things because just wanted to have fun, right? Wanted to be accepted, wanted to be normal. And I would be invited into things, and I would just get like this crazy stomach ache, like all of a sudden, and my back would start hurting, like the most awful pain that I was like, where did that even come from? Like, why am I gonna die? And I wouldn't listen. I would just still go anyway, and things that were less than ideal transcended and happened. And I wish I was like, why did I even go? Why did I have to go through this? And I didn't have to go through that. I made the choice to go through that, even though I was receiving feedback from my body constricting, my body tightening up, my body experiencing pain and discomfort. But my mind was like, no, I gotta fit in. I gotta be accepted. I gotta look cool, right? I gotta do the thing that everybody else is doing just because. In those moments, I learned the most. I learned the most, and I still remember. I'm in my 40s now, and I still remember all of those experiences because I learned the signs. I learned to really when my body's talking to me. And that is one of the things that sometimes we ignore, that the body really talks to us. It tells us to, hey, bring your attention to there's something I wanna tell you. And it's like sometimes we forget that our soul and our bodies are kind of two things that are merged together and operate as one. And sometimes there is that separation. I also went through the phase of my life that I was not in good relationship with my body. I hated my body. I wanted to change it. I felt like I grew up in Colombia, and Colombia expectations of beauty standards are something else. It's very specific. And it took one person to tell me that my body was out of proportion for me to take that and to me to believe I am ugly. I am the worst. I will never look good in shorts, for example, because the comment was that my legs were too thick, my body was out of proportion, my torso was very slim. And I got married, I met my husband, and I didn't start wearing shorts till my 30s because I felt like the most ugly girl. And when I look back, I was like, are you serious? Like, how could I possibly be thinking that in that time? But that's what those assumptions and those beliefs about yourself, when you make them solid, the judgment part, when you make them real, when you don't question them, that's just one person's opinion. And probably she's also not in a good relationship with herself, because a happy person would never tell you anything like that, to doubt yourself, to hate yourself, to feel insecure. So the more we start discerning with our own experiences, we're like, oh, when we question, it's like, it's not that. It's many things. It could be many things, many reasons why somebody says such a thing. But if you don't question, if you with your own judgment, solidify it, take it with you and make it real, then you are that person for many, many years. till the awareness is like, wait a minute, why am I carrying this pattern? Why am I believing this? Why is like it's so heavy, it's so dense, and you're like, oh, I need it out of my system, and then it comes out, and then you're more of you. Suddenly there's more space in your body to be the real you, and that's what I experienced when I wore shorts for the first time. I was almost 30. I was like, no, I was like 32. And I was like, this is fun. I'm not dying in the heat because I used to live in Philadelphia and the summers there are pretty hot. But I would still refuse to wear shorts because I felt a certain way. And the moment that I gave myself permission to wear shorts and be uncomfortable and I feel like, yeah, maybe I didn't look so bad. That's the moment when you claim yourself and you become more yourself and you take the power from whoever said whatever and whatever point in timeline in your life, and you're in the now. And you're like, I take it from here. I made the choices from here. And you carry on and then make more choices from that because that's how intuition is. It's like you connect and something feels good. It feels bubbly. It's like your own realization. Nobody told you. You got there by yourself. And it's like, wow, this is possible. I did this. And it has more merit and it has more joy from yourself. And it's like, yes, I'm capable. I'm capable of choosing my experiences, of choosing the things that I want to do in my life. Not what others tell me, not the profession that others want me to do, not the whatever other things that others want me to do, because there's a lot of pressure in society, and especially now with social media. And you can look whatever way you want because you can curate your life to the point that it looks very specific, and everybody is like, oh my gosh, that's the dream. But is it really? Is it behind the scenes? And this is another thing. Your inner compass is that authentic note, this song, this rhythm that is just exuding this authenticity. It's not trying to be. It's not trying to show. It's not performing. Your compass, your truth, your intuition is not a performance. It's your truth. It's who you are. And it makes you real and it makes you who you are. And through that, it's like, like that contagious energy. It's like when somebody's laughing, and let's say like it's this funny way of laughing. It's like so fun that you don't know what they're laughing about, and you just want to laugh. You start laughing because it sounds so delicious, and it's like they're enjoying themselves, and you're like, well, energetically, this is how it is when you start being around or you being that person that is so connected with your intuition, that you're so anchored into who you truly are, that is like exuding through your pores. It's exuding through your energetic field. It's like people don't know how, but they just like magnetic. They just feel like fed from your presence. And this is the contribution that we're here. We're just not doing this for ourselves. When we do something and we change something and we anchor and we embody something, we also make it available for the collective. So this is what this work is about, and this is what being quantum is about. It's like all the interconnectedness of it all, that is all interconnected. So one thing affects the others. So if you are ready, are you ready for an activation with me? Yes, good. Let me just have a sip of water. Start just letting your body get ready. I tend to get really warm when I do this activation, so you see me sweating, don't feel concerned. Like I'm drawing energy. Let's start relaxing your body, letting all the tension go, and all the expectations of this has to be a certain way, just go and just be present. And I want you to start having the awareness at the center of your chest. And for a minute, just feel, if you are able to feel the palpitations or the rhythm. And you're very welcome and invited to put your hand on your chest and just feel that pulsing heart of yours. It's like pulsing with potential. It's so dynamic, it's always in creation, and it wants to be expressed. And as you're noticing your heart, I invite you to also notice that area around your pelvic floor, your hips, your sitting bones, this very dark space in the body, but it's a space of potential of creation where things manifest. And then I want you to notice for a minute the top of your head, your brain, your skull. Just notice that space. All where we focus on our thought forms of our thinking, overthinking sometimes. Just notice, not for you to have any judgment, just notice this rational space that sometimes prevent us from doing certain things because it sees the fear and wants to have precaution. Just notice. It's all of who we are. All these different parts makes us who we are. And I want you to imagine and start visualizing this golden light coming from the heavens to your crown, to the top of your head. And if it's there, it feels like warm honey. It's so delicious and warm. And it's coming to amplify us. It's coming to support us in our evolution, in our deep connection to self and presence. And from your head, imagine a line going all the way to your heart center. It's rotating and circulating this space with this golden, radiating, warm light on your chest. Connecting you to who you truly are, this space of infinite compassion and love. And from there, imagine a line going all the way to your sitting bones, your hips, and it's circulating there, and whatever is there that it doesn't support you is just being transmuted as it's being touched by these frequencies, rotating, circulating there. And from your sitting bones is going back up as an infinite sign, going from the sitting bones back to the heart, and from the heart back to the brain, and going in this motion back and forth, touching these 3 points on the head, to the heart, to the sitting bones, and at the heart is where these lines meet, this infinite sign, connecting all these points so that you are one cohesive piece of creation for harmony, balance, and coherence. And it's speeding up this energy from head, heart, sitting bones, heart, head. going and going at its own rhythm, unique to everyone, and activating you to be more present, more deeply connected to your own truth, to your own rhythm, and the womb space, that space of creation, of birthing, birthing realities, birthing life. It's soul energetic, doesn't matter if you're male. I'm bringing it up and down. Just notice that cadence starts to slow down. You might feel a little different, feeling very warm. And take a few breaths just to notice, to calibrate, recalibrate yourself. Just notice your beingness, just notice, just allowing yourself to receive. Your body is safe, you're safe. And starting to see this golden light disappear, but as it disappears, it's being integrated and absorbed in your field, in your energetic field. And notice. Now I invite you to wiggle your toes, your fingers, maybe perhaps just move a little. And take your time to open your eyes and just notice what comes up. If anybody would like to share.
Wow, that was amazing, my beautiful Erika. So I would love if you would love to share your how you feel after the activation. And then I've got a short summary, and then we will say goodbye to the viewers on E360. And then if there's any questions, we can ask after that. I feel amazing. JF, how are you feeling at this moment, my beautiful one?
I feel very calm. Thank you, Erika.
My
That
pleasure.
was beautiful.
Thank you. My beautiful Natalie, how are you feeling? You muted, my beautiful one.
I got it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Erica. It's been a long time since I did a exercise like this. I used to do them long ago. And for me, I love the honey, the golden honey. And it was like this, it was circulating like on the inside, um, top to bottom, bottom to top. There's like a deep cleaning and the grounding, the rooting. So I love it. I feel more clear. I feel different for sure and better.
Thank you. Thank you, my beautiful
Thank you.
Natalie. My beautiful girl.
I actually had, I would call them mini Kundalini experiences during that. And my heart is still palpitating right now. So I'm just enjoying the feeling.
Thank you, my beautiful girl. Christiana.
Like JF there, I'm feeling more calm and more rooted and just the most peace I felt all morning. I woke up in tears this morning. So thank you, Erica. That just really helped to just kind of so thank you.
Thank you. Sure. Wow.
Thank you, Cristiano. Coach Lala, can you come on camera and let us know about your experience? So my beautiful ones, thank you so much. Gail?
Sheila's coming on.
Yeah, Sheila, she only came after we finished with the activation, so I cannot ask her about the activation. But Sheila, you will be able to get a summary from me. Beautiful Erika had a most beautiful masterclass. She talked about our unique song and how all of our unique note, if we are together, we will play the most beautiful symphony of them all. And I love it. I love it. You also told us that, you know, there's so many downs, ups and downs in our lives, and sometimes we don't want to take responsibility for our downs. But you can have a reset button, and I love when you quickly did that, feet resting on the floor, going down to the earth, and your water and fire connecting with that. And I love this when you said you drop in your heart. I love that. And there's the real wisdom, because when you start thinking out of your heart, then there's the power. Relationship with self, and that's very important for me. Experience your emotions. A lot of us, if we start going into our emotions, then we want to stop it. But sometimes if you can just go in there and experience it, but then also be aware not to linger too long, because I totally believe when you linger too long, you will stay there longer than you're supposed to stay. Learn what your body, when your body talks to you, make the judgment real, and then make a decision to stay in that judgment or to change your thought. Question it first, and then change it to make it more joyful. Be in the space of happiness. And when you say that, I was thinking of Gail's happy point. She will say joy, 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 joy. And then I will take it from here. I love that. So you actually put your foot down. I could see my grandson Zayden put his foot down and say, I will take it from here. So you are making a decision that you are not going to be other people's judgment or labels. So I love that. I will take it from here, and your inner compass is authentic. And when you embody, you will be able to and you do the act. We did the activation, but when you embody it with your whole heart, you can just not make your life amazing, but you can also change people's lives around you. So my beautiful other guests, I think I have incorporated everything she has mentioned. So my beautiful viewers, I hope that you loved Erika's masterclass. This was specially all to you. But for the Diamond Beauties and Tanzanite Heroes, there is going to be more magic coming your way. So thank you for joining us, my beautiful viewers. I want to say have a beautiful day and look after yourself. And here is all of us. Kisses to you. Mwah.